All right, everybody, let's get right to it on a Thursday. What's going on? Great to see everyone. Welcome back. Settle on in. Let's talk some longer term charts. Let's talk Bitcoin, crypto, other markets. We have what I think is a pretty big monthly close going to happen tomorrow. And we should check in with that long-term progress because a lot is happening. And I think once we get into June, we should start to see larger possibilities come together. So great to see everybody. What's going on, Hugo, Mateo, Red, Clickbait, David, Victoria, Drew, everyone else, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to Miss Stephanie. She's on the mend very soon, right? Gotcha. Anyway, let's get to it for what's happening here at Bitcoin. 68.4, not a big deal, but let's look at the monthly. Take a look at this kind of inside action that's been going on the last 2 months. Basically, what have we said? 61 on the bottom, 72 on the top. That's still what's happening here. But the fact that this is a bullish candle after last month's bearish candle, I think is something to kind of take a little bit of solace in and understand that that's always good to see a recovery candle after a major monthly red candle, first one in about 6-7 months, and only the fourth one since the low. So a lot to look forward to, and how we are really thinking about what's going on here is this is kind of the end of the first phase to get us to where we want to go, which is obviously price discovery. We come back, basically retest the all-time high. That's what that is. But we can already see that that's failing. If that was resistance and we were just saying, okay, prior resistance, always important to be able to bust through that. But when we're looking at prior resistance, the 886 is the number. So it's not really at 72. It's more like what's going on at 62. And we'll get another close above that 62 number, which is what you want. And then the only thing that really anyone should care about is above this 73.7, 74,000. That's the number. A close above 74,000 gets you going. Got it? Great. One second. Awesome. Really quick, folks, get over to harmonictrader.com. Man, why is that so slow? And become a basic member. What is going on here? I can't get over there. There you go. Thank you. Harmonictrader.com. Just click on, go to Harmonic Trader. Free 2-week trial. Get the HPC. Send your trading username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. Get set up. On June 21, we are doing the crypto webinar, so nothing changes there. Just go to harmonictrader.com. It all starts there, okay? Enough of that. Just click register, bang, email. Anybody has questions directly from me, get over to the Discord or send me an email at harmonictrader@gmail. All right, let's get that out of the way. Only took us a minute. And get back to what we can expect going forward, because this is already failing in terms of the monthly chart. And these are the two possibilities at that point. Your 886, okay, that's always been the first stop against the all-time high. Now, what's the 1618? It's like right there. You know, I've been saying 1025. It's a scratch above 102,000. Something like that. So I'm waiting for this to start. Excuse me. Okay, great. And the way that I'm thinking about this is we're looking to go into a new phase where the acceleration takes on a much sharper character than even from 15 to 60. And we go from 61 or whatever we were at, 58, up to that 1025 number. Come on. All right. What we're looking for on the monthly, we're going to get HSI to come out, no problem. But it's always about the check back corresponding reaction. So even no matter what happens going forward, we know we're going to have to retest the recent highs. I mean, look for an immediate test above 70K in the next few days, and then we'll see what the larger implications are. My thought is that we retest this and actually poke above these all-time highs, 74, 75, to kind of resume what started. Couple more Ethereum monthly chart. You couldn't ask for a better month on Ethereum. Seriously, what's the number? 2880. 2880 will go down in history on that one, of 2880 being a rocket launch pad here. And we're still 3,800, which is great. Monthly chart, what's going to end up happening is This is going to be a rather large and what I dare I say critical combination of the last 3 months being an inside, last month being inside, this being bullish engulfing. That's substantial. It really is this bar. And if we can get it closed tomorrow night, above, what is that? Above 3,700, that's going to happen. 3,650 even is the number. That's an official bullish engulfing, folks. And that's a big deal. That is a big deal. And I still say our whole scenario for Ethereum is, yes, all-time highs. This one maybe a little more subdued like that to a 382. And we're assuming a butterfly formation here. Call it 6K. But 6K now till January. So you've already started at 2880. In my opinion, was that kind of C point. So watch this one. I think the individual action this month for Ethereum might be some of the strongest we've seen, and then it continues into June, well into June, obviously. A couple of more. Here's Solana. Okay, another one just hanging up there. What about the monthly chart? Not as strong as, say, Ethereum, but we didn't have a follow-up monthly bearish close. I think that's really important to understand that, okay, we can have these one-off bearish months, but if you're continuing to the downside, then you probably have a little bit more going on here. For now, that needs to be bullish. These need to be the lows at 120. And then we retest 205. And I think this happens in June. We're not April, May, kind of screwing around a bit. Listen, I'm looking for stuff to light up in 2 days. This whole, whatever it's going to happen, is going to start. If not, has already started. If you didn't make your bottom in April, you made that bottom, what, a week ago, 10 days ago, and then we start to go. Like Ethereum is definitely the case study on that. So again, 205, 220, something like that for Ethereum now, this summer, kind of a deal. Maybe in a month, by early July, you're up at least making a run to the 886. You might not be there yet, but you're looking for 240 on Solana. That's the all-time 886. And this kind of monthly follow-through, just that follow-up bullish bar tells me, okay, last month was a one-off thing. April was just like a big hiccup within whatever this larger trend is going to be. And it could very well end up being something like what Solana did back there in 2021. Inside bar, another inside, and then you go. You're looking for a big candle, big breakout candle to really set the thing off. I don't think people realize how close we are. I've been saying this for several weeks that we're really not that far off in terms of setting up the launch pad and what people have been waiting to see for 2 years. Great to see everybody. Yep. Yeah, okay. I mean, I know a couple of you guys think I'm too bullish. That's interesting. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it. Yeah, 50K in the Discord. Hey, if you've got a 50K scenario, great. Is there a reason? I've got my reasons. I've got my reasons of why I'm thinking this thing continues now. We're not going to screw around. A couple others. Let's look at the total index. Looks like this. Okay, another one. big bullish follow-up candle this month on the total index. All right, yeah, we're trying to put HSI in there, but that's fine. What you want to see is a follow-through candle, okay, that not only retests that prior high, but takes it all out. So, you're 260 now. We could see this thing pop at least 5% next month in a retest of that candle. Minimum. This is minimum stuff. Again, kind of the minimum conservative thing, it's still a minimum. It kind of has to happen the way I look at it. You have to do some minimum retests, which are all higher, before I would even consider anything possible. And then we look at the weekly from what happened last week, that we have a high level HSI continuation. Again, that's a lot like what we saw back here in September. Can we get a check back? Can we get a retest of last week's low? That would be phenomenal. It doesn't have to happen, but if we do, all right, it's, sets you up for another weekly continuation. I talked about total 3 last time, a lot like another HSI candidate, another bullish HSI up here, looking for that to be a continuation. And again, even if it's a mere retest to kind of seal the deal or confirm these recent highs as major resistance, that's not what I think. But to do so, you have to go up to retest that 785 level. You're 677 at the moment. That's like a 15% rally higher. To get that signal, if you were going to get a bearish confirmation signal, you retest those highs and then fail. But that's still higher. And the other thought is that, folks, we are 8 weeks here sideways since the beginning of April. 3, 6, week 8. Okay, just stabilizing within that uptrend. After such a run, if that thing was going to be really weak, we would have rolled over. We'd be lower. We'd be making lower lows, lower highs. What's the price action doing? Tell me what the last 30 bars are. Up, 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 up. Retracement sideways for 1, 2 bars. Sideways build. Continuing. Okay? I mean, it's there. It's kind of where, rubber meets the road type of thing, where you have to be patient through these times. You want it now. It's not happening at the pace that we want, but it's setting up, it's building. Here's the others index. You take all the top 10 out. What's that look like? Another HSI up here. Okay, some bearish patterns, but this bearish crab looks like it's failed. How do we know? Well, the amount of time, and now you have a counter HSI. So if that was a 5-minute chart, I would think, okay, we're going to pop a little higher, retest the obvious resistance, at least take more time going up here and retest those levels. That's easy, 20, 25%. Maybe not. Maybe like a 20-something% move from current levels. Which to me says what started last year on the others index was the first leg of what should be a multi-leg move. The other kind of connect the dots scenario with this index is that the fact you did get a sufficient pullback. So if that's X to A, there's the B point. Where's that B point? 707. That's a tough one, but it's still a B point. So what could we get out of this? Well, where's our C? Almost a perfect 50 level. What are the possibilities off of that? The 707's that's a touchy number. I never featured that as a B point because I've seen so many of those fail. You would look at the reciprocal ratio. If that's 707, then a corresponding 141 XA move is likely. We could treat that like a butterfly, which is still, a lower, smaller, tamer interpretation. But all of that sets it up where if we do have XABC, then we're looking for this CD leg to really begin, which is strongest, longest, most aggressive part of any of these patterns. So something like that, I don't think it's crazy to be looking at this. If this is it and that's your retracement, well, we're looking for this thing to bust through, get into some price discovery behavior by beginning the March, and certainly retesting the highs for the year, if not taking them out. I would say this summer. I would say, next 3 months, that's what you're targeting. So this is a critical low. That's an inflection low for the total crypto. Take out your top 10, which you should. There's a lot of junk. There's a lot of junk in that top 10. You've got all the meme coins. You got Pepe and Doge. That's ridiculous. That's like 100 and I don't know how 100 billion of market cap or more between those two. So there's a lot. Couple more. Yeah, I mean, hey, you guys are, if you're looking for a 30% pullback in Bitcoin, okay. That would be great. Yeah, I would say that's still an opportunity, but you had enough time to do your pullbacks. That's how I feel. Bitcoin, here's the thing, before I move off of crypto in general. Bitcoin is sitting right here with a bearish daily pattern, no doubt. I think I mentioned this last time, but we're just in a pause formation here off of this BAP pattern. And every day that you go forward to the right of the chart from here, and you can hold above even target 1, it was almost a perfect reaction already. But look, let me clean it up, take all that garbage off. This is your expected move for Bitcoin to come down, hit target 166, and that would be it. And there would be no deeper retracement other than that reaction. And then this sets up as a launch pad. Again, this would be the uber bullish scenario. Just because it's a bat pattern doesn't mean that this is going down. It's a non-confirmation bat. You really don't have anything, so you just treat every move as like a reaction. 70,921, okay, 70,921 is that perfect connected dots bat pattern. It's not off the all-time high, but it's something to consider. I just, once it gets done, this little consolidation off of just consolidating that big candle, we should see this thing resume. And the pattern failure, I think, is an important part of how do we know something's doing something larger than just some normal gyrations. So if that's the reaction, let it finish the reaction. Anything here on HSI, not anywhere, not close. On the daily, the 4-hour, not really much there. But this is another high level pause, and that's okay. This is probably even tamer. This is tamer than what we saw at 61K or 59, whatever. Just another pause here. I don't care if it spends another 3 or 4 days, but another week? I don't think so. I think you start to turn up. Key numbers, people. Okay, any close or you find yourself pushing above 69,000 or 71, and if it's 73 or 74, anything, it might as well be 102. Think of it like that. This is all just bouncing around noise as it waits till it coils up to make the move. I mean, look, those two patterns on the 4-hour chart, Okay, they're going to end up being critical continuation structures on that 4-hour pattern daily oversold recipe we've talked about. Couple more. Yeah, the other I'll get the big boys out of the way. So yeah, XRP. How about an ETF for XRP, right? You got to think that's coming. Even though the net effect, the after effect of the ETFs really has not been much. I still say XRP in terms of asset allocation is going to receive money. If the group is going to go up, XRP will go up too. Let me get Binance feed here. Bitstamp, Binance, Coinbase. Yeah, it's on Coinbase, even though that's relatively new. There you go. Daily at 52 cents. And remember, XRP, anything under 52 is the spot. You're very close to 52 at the moment. And you're not even looking at it till January. Okay? That's it. Like it'll go above 52, it'll go below 52, but the realization of the price move is something that's going to happen later in the year. It's definitely been one of the most disappointing of the big caps, but so be it. That's how it goes. Speaking of big cap, top 10, what about Doge, guys? I'm impressed. Doge just holding up here at that 13.5 level. There you go. And I said this last time, I'll say it again. This 12, 13 cent area reminds me a lot of like 6, 7 cents. So we may bounce between these two. This is the larger level. I would think every time we come back down to here, it's, 13 and a half. It's probably a buy where you're picking it up and you're picking it up, waiting for the larger recovery move, which is all-time 382. And it should be your target for this cycle. I mean, Doge is like this. And you could extrapolate this to those others, if not even more so. Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to move this thing. All-time 382 for Doge is up at 32 cents. That's the target. 32 cents for Doge. Couple others that are like that. How about what are some of the ones that we've looked at? Some of those meme stuff. Oh yeah, the Miro. Again, this is all speculation. Let's not kid ourselves, okay? It's all speculation. So I really want everyone to be aware of that this is not some endorsement of like investment quality a position. It's just a movement off of a pattern from XA to target 1 or 2, and that's what you got for Miro. I mean, we've been talking about that since 12 cents. It hit target 2 at 31.48 and got rejected. This might go higher, but it's probably it for now. Up the way that it hit target 2 and got rejected. What was the other one? The other one was all these names. I think I just saw something. No. It was Brett. This thing, check it out. It's 9.2 cents. 9.2. This is what crypto does. Now, is that sustainable? Not really. We could wait on that till you get a yellow dot, which still needs 2 red candles. You need 2 red days before that's even considered a sell. But go back and look at where we were not a month ago. It's a 3x. That's what we want to see. And then you got like the bonk stuff. That hit its 886. Okay, that might be it for now on bonk, but that's the exact kind of assessment a lot of these are, where, hey, they're going to retest their obvious resistance pivot points in terms of what's the harmonic there. It's the 886. A lot of people would look at the exact point of that prior pivot. No, you need to pull up the 886. The 886 is the way harmonically support and resistance get retested. Yes, you can overrun the 886, but believe me, as a tool, you buy support, you sell resistance. Well, the breakthrough harmonically was that level, resistance level, is a minimum 886. And so you focus like a laser when you're there. Couple more. Costco hot dog. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I don't know how you can't be into Costco. Costco's 800 and change, probably goes to 1200 or more. Yeah, we looked at Sol already, but I'll look at the Floki. Floki's another one where, yeah, it's a big 886 retest. That's probably it for now, but round of applause, folks. Okay, round of applause for the 10x in Floki since February. Remarkable. Remarkable. A couple more other non-MAME stuff. Things that I'm looking at currently, things that have my attention. Well, that did, but it's already mooned. This Pendle, a little too late. Here's Pepe. I'm impressed with Pepe. Look at that. Pepe just 3x'd since April. And in February, there's another, what is that? Yikes, that's like a 15x off that low. I don't know what makes that go. Why are people into Pepe? Maybe someone can answer that for me. Couple others. Here's something I got into like a week or 2 weeks ago. This liquidity LQTY stuff that has not moved yet. Well, this is starting to move. Big bat pattern T2 with a dot. All of that was right around 95 cents. A buck, call it a dollar. Even $1.10 is okay. You're looking for a T2 move to 265. Sure, Uniswap looked really good. There's a whole bunch of these that set up a couple weeks ago. Here's Uniswap. Yeah, see, it was $7. There was a whole bunch of stuff down there at 7. Now 11. Where is it? There it was, the bat. 680 to $11, and that's a type 1 bat. Don't forget, Uniswap also has several big patterns on the weekly. This kind of reminds me of Ethereum Classic. Yeah, 22.9. 22.29 is, that's a sufficient target. That's a type 2. Uniswap weekly. Yeah, look. That's in a great spot. Anything under 9, folks. You get another shot back at 9. That weekly hop was 640, 650. That was the low. But really great. It's just going to take time. Somebody wanted to look at Velodrome Finance. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to do with that. Anything here? Not bad. I mean, it's from basically 0, 0.2 of a penny, all the way. There's a 10x. It was Velo, right? You want to look at. I don't have much there. A couple of. Yeah, I don't have much here. Is that even right? I don't even think that's right. I don't think that one's right. Why are those different? Velo and Velodrome Finance. Those are different. Velodrome on Coinbase. Yeah, there's Coinbase. Starting to turn up. I don't really have much there. Not on that. I don't know. Let's look at a couple others. Sure. RLC. Isn't that Realty something? Realty Exec. Is that an AI? I Executive RLC. 4-hour patterns. Yeah, check. Well, that was down at 240. We're now 340. Kind of like that daily chart because you've made a lot of progress. 250, that kind of a shakeout move. Yeah, this is a builder. This is, there you go. Weekly looks a lot better, actually. Looks like you want to retest. I mean, 430, maybe $4 to retest that crab pattern. It could be. Could be. I think there's others. What was the, was it ordinal? Yeah, that's already starting to move. Dang it. That's up 7 today. I wanted to talk about that. Why? Check this out. It's a type 2 off the Gartley. So this is this ordinal, ordy. Okay, it's a type 2. This is a tough one. It's perfect type 2 off of the Gartley pattern. And I like where the pattern is. It's did this huge move. I mean, come on. It was $3 at the low, $2, and it went to 90. Came all the way back to, what was that, $30? Well, there's a big fat breakout right now. I mean, it's a T2. There's the arrow. There's your yellow dot. So that's a big deal. This is the kind of extended consolidation turnaround that does happen, but I got to think that this is a big candle today. So I'm going to get that on the radar. There's a few of those that are like that. This is one I have not brought up in a while, but I'm looking down there. And then another one is like this thing, Origin Trail, Origin Token. And this is there you go. It's a bat pattern. There you go. It actually, okay, so it did the type 1. It flashed up to 18.31 cents. It's coming back down. If we T2 off of that, then you're in business. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Sure. Ethereum Classic. We love it. Really? ETC? ETC's like this. Ready, $30? It's going to run with Ethereum. What about the 4-hour? Nothing yet. Nice Gartley there on the 4-hour. Need to get oversold. You need some dots to jump back on Ethereum Classic. Maybe around 29. You're getting there. And then, of course, Ethereum Name Service. That's another one that found new life. And remember this. I think this is interesting. This big pattern. Where's my big pattern? Oh, come on. I hit some big patterns down at this low. Ethereum Name Service had like several patterns down. Yeah, you can't see them. There's the most recent one. Like right around $15. So you got to clear above 25. This is if that's really going to skyrocket, which I think on the weekly, or look at the monthly. I mean, the monthly is a massive turnaround candidate. Okay, and I think that could eventually get back to retest the all-time highs. 886, 75, something like that. So it's a good place to be looking. You guys know how I feel about that. I like the Ethereum stuff. Ever since last time, for sure. Ever since that last signal. A couple of others we haven't looked at in a while. STX, Stacks. Sure. Stacks is like this. 380 back to 195. Gotta love the 50% haircut. Check that out. Nice little weekly crab pattern. Is there anything down here? on the daily. Let's see. That's the Coinbase feed, by the way. Daily oversold, okay, but no patterns. What about the 4-hour chart? Kind of. Perfect type 2. There you go. It's a bat pattern. This is fairly interesting. I would have to say that these have to be your lows. So really anything under 180, under 179 is a problem. I'll look at this. You know, there's a couple of these others. Here's something. Swift coin. Okay, for the Swifties out there. I don't know what a Swifty is. Seriously, I've heard that word, but that's what it makes me think of. Seriously, you're at that point in the stage in crypto where it's like, I wonder if like, there's like 10,000 millennials looking, thinking this is Taylor Swift's coin, so they'll buy it. And maybe I should just ride in on that mania if that's what's going on. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying this. Okay, daily oversolds, HSI dots, 4-hour pattern. 4-hour patterns. Where'd you go? Yeah, there you go. 4-hour pattern. So that's like 4/10 of a cent. I'm joking about the Taylor Swift stuff, but hey, this is our recipe. 4-hour type 2 patterns, daily oversold signals. They're worth a shot. Couple more. Yeah, Engine Coin. Has that started to move? Almost. Engine Coins like this. We've been looking at that since 29 cents, 30 cents. Was it 35, 36? Yeah, remember this stuff down here? I just think that's time. Engine Coin is a retest down here. Where is that pattern? Bat pattern. Bat pattern. Right there, 30 cents. We go to 42.30 easy, maybe 52. Okay, it's a slow go. It's a slow build. But it'll get there. It's just not, we're not mooning yet. You got to get Bitcoin to new highs. You get Bitcoin to new highs, then things will move, like this Filecoin pattern. I mentioned that last time. I'll be really quick here. 5.7. You had the retest this morning. Take a whack. If it pops 50, 70 cents, don't be afraid to scalp it out. If it gets going, okay, go for target 1. But that's not bad. Luna? Are you kidding me? Does anyone even list Luna anymore? Now you got me. Now I'm going to have to look. Binance, they'll list anything. Oh, is that why because it's popped today? Luna coin. Lunatic. Can't really, again, I think, why would we do this to ourselves? Didn't we learn the first time? Seriously. I think there's what, 6,000 crypto assets, and we're going to go back to this turd? No, I think there's better things here. I think there's so many better things here. Something on, was it this LCX? Or LDO? Something in the L's caught my attention recently. LDO. I don't know what that was. But remember Link? Check out Link. 4-hour. Whole bunch of things right back at, it was 13 bucks. Made a lot of progress. Now we're at this $19 level. It was really nice. I mean, Link, I would think Link was one of the first ones to really bust out of its range last fall. And so maybe again, here we go. I mean, it bottomed in early April, mid-April, found a low, and we've been up since. No way, I'm not going to FTT. Come on. Really? They deserve no love. And next thing you know, guys are going to want me to look at look at Hex. Is that guy still in Russia? Are we surprised? No. I should do a coin. Do a coin and then rug pull you guys. Why not? Do a harmonic coin and then, get my 10, 20 million and then go. Seems like what everyone else is doing. No thanks. I have zero interest in that kind of karma. Litecoin, guys, again, here we are with no love for one of the best Bitcoin related assets out there. Litecoin's daily oversold, check, right at 79, 80 bucks. Looking like we're going to come back to 90. It's just not doing a lot in terms of fireworks. Here's a long-term picture, though. Still wanting this breakout. Litecoin will be a story above that 120 area. 120, 125. There's nothing above that. So you're on the bottom end of this uptrend line, okay, which is a good place to be if you're thinking this thing is going to do some breakout action, which I think this is probably a good spot to at least go back and make the run to 100, 110. Even if this is all garbage down here, there's probably a play right here, right now, 80 bucks, 85 bucks, go back to 100, 110, and you're probably, your downside's limited. Okay, so I would say it is better than a lot of other T coins. Also, Bitcoin Cash is the same kind of creature. Bitcoin Cash is, hanging around right around 470. This big HSI continuation on the weekly. Where is it? Yep. And then the daily. Hold on. The daily was, it's just, it is grinding higher is probably the way to think about this. And let me make this super big. And I think a lot like Litecoin, you're just going to have to be patient on it. I think Bitcoin Cash on this cycle goes to 2 or 3K. I think your deep basing period, if not starting to accelerate. But if we're right about this new uptrend, and that's what that is for all crypto, if it didn't start last fall, it started essentially in January. Well, you're retesting this uptrend line, and it should continue off of here. There's a whole bunch of those that are doing this. It's kind of a sleeper. It's not easy to spot, but that's where you are. That's your assumption. So that continues. Daily is almost even oversold, I would say. Jasmy, is that up 20%? I knew that thing was ready to pop. Let's see that thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, see, there you go. See, that's a big one. That thing was flipping around this weekend. Flipping around. You spent 3 months down here right at 1.8. This, folks, I hate to say it because I'm not in it. It's a big move. That's a big breakout. So forget about 3 cents here, folks. This opens up much larger possibilities. I mean, broke it out, bang, follow through, bang, your 3 cents. Where can that go? Well, get some perspective. Thank you for, I would have caught that probably later today and been like, oh. I am ugging and eyeing because, yes, I was in on this over a year and a half ago on a ton, and I scratched out of it back here at the low just because I thought it was garbage. Yeah, it is still garbage, but it's now worth probably 5 times more than when I had it. But it's not about where it's been, it's about where it's going. And I would say obvious inflections, go off of that prior high, which is 4 and change. So Jasmine, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's something. Listen, that's the kind of breakout we want to see on Bitcoin, except for it's at all-time highs. But you want to see it bust through this consolidation range. 886 swing move for Jasmine, the Japan Bitcoin. I've heard them call it that. It's at 4.4 cents, folks. So that is a pretty good percentage move. Breakout target from here. Would I chase it? No, but I would definitely get ready to get on this. Anything on a 5-minute? Yeah, this sucker's going to go. She'll go. She'll go. Here's another idea. Been looking at new stuff on Coinbase. Here's this carrot. So just checking out markets that, launched in the last 30, 60, maybe even 90 days. This is one of them. Carrot. And this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Launch, sell off, get oversold, and give me a pop. Oh, we've seen that on a few. Here's Caspa. Did that. Oh, look at that Caspa on a daily. Oh, it was a perfect bat. Let that be the role model for what we should be jumping on. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't look at Injective. Happy to look at that. It's been a while. Let's wrap it up because we need to get over to the Nasdaq, which is about to rally 100 points and go positive from here. You folks know, my folks know I'm already long, been long, didn't get off those longs. And I bought calls for tomorrow. And I bought calls for next Friday, 457s. I'll get to that in a second. Injectives like this, guys, down here, couple of daily oversold, check it. Any 4-hour patterns? 4-hour patterns, yeah. That was 21, you're now 25. Yeah, look at the Nasdaq go. All good. That's pretty good right there. A couple others. Oh, here's something. ICP. This is another one where it's just stuck in this this spot, this 886. Where's my bat? I had a bat pattern right here, 12 bucks. There she is, 1130. So that's good. Oh, one more. Okay, here's helium. Beautiful, right? HNT, guys, this is your next opportunity. 368. Patterns yet to move. Yet we still have patterns. That's a beautiful one. Yeah, we get you get those God candles into those 886s, they're going to blow through. That's what you want. Okay, let's jump to the stocks. Qs, guys, right now I'm looking to load up on patterns like this, the hourly. Check this out. Okay, oh, we just got a dot or just got an arrow. And check out, oh yeah, here we are. Okay, big bat pattern. So folks, remember last week we were on that session? Well, here we go again. We had a really nice, now we have an hourly that's hit the hop level and I'm ready to go. I'm looking for 456.47 by tomorrow. Maybe by 4 o'clock today, in the next 3 hours. That would be a heck of a move, but you're there there's a beautiful bat. Hit the hop at 452.32. We're up 2 already. And I like that. This is a lot like what we had last week. Remember that? Remember it was just last week. It was I think it was a 5-minute chart. Here's the 5-minute charts, by the way. Where's my 5-minute? There you go. Check that out. Beautiful. And we were here a week ago at 452. Went all the way up, came all the way back down. And I remember distinctly saying, folks, if we type to this bat pattern, that could be the summer launch pad. Well, guess what? There's the T2. Don't have any confirmation yet, but we have another pattern that strengthens 452, maybe 453. And I'm talking about this being the starting point for the move that gets us to 505. We're looking at a massive 10% rally from these levels to target. Target is weekly 1618. Dial it back. It's big stuff. Here we are trying to fail this shark, trying to push through. Okay, let me blow this up. Make it as big as possible. So here you are. And half the battle in harmonic patterns is knowing where are the levels that they fail, or what does it take to fail. Because if that's confirmation and that's the hop test, then if this was really a strong pattern, we would have failed. We would have gone down. What did we do? We had kind of a retracement. We hold the zone and we're higher again. So all of this reverts back to the trend. And I said this last time, look, even if you assume that little pullback from February to April, that's all that is it's done, it's over with. And remember, I said, look at the 886 first. 886 is there, not necessarily God candle, but certainly a blows on through. Go to the 1618 from there. That's 470 something, 471, 472. And that would be a great strike price. Use the target, use the 1618. Use that as your option strike. That's where we're headed. Maybe put it a strike, maybe go for the 470s or instead of the 472s. But you're playing it for that kind of move June into July. Now, 15-minute. Yeah, I don't do so much 15-minute, guys. I'll look at that, but the 15-minute, if I'm looking at something short term, I want 5-minute signals with 30-second setups, pattern or something on the 30-second. There's the 15-minute. It's basically the same thing as the hourly. Okay, but it's all 452, 452. 452 to go to 457 now. And then we're trying to play for this summer, this breakout where, okay, we're going to stay in this grinding motion, go up, get up to 458, 460 area, and then penetrate through for something this summer. Get to here. Maybe we screw around for another week or so, but eventually we're looking for that move above these highs. And then if I'm looking, look, that's short term, 5-minute. Okay. 5-minute, definitely patterns. 30-second time frame, that's for day trading situations. 30-second. What do we have on a 30-second time frame? Anything? I mean, really want patterns minimum. Nothing immediately. But we, some things down here at 452, sure. But longer term, listen, the 1618 plan, which we have talked about forever for this year, there you go, is like this. There you go. And it's just another expansion of this long-term uptrend. But that's the play. That's been the play since last year. 886 and then 1618. That's 505. And I've said this before. I'm looking for this, January, but this could be realized very well before the election. You get it by the fall kind of a thing. And then we do some kind of reaction off the 1618 would make sense. But for now, to target 1618. SPY, S&P 500, S&P futures, probably even better in terms of how it's been acting. We had, let me clean this up. All right, you had that crab pattern, bearish crab pattern, and that's on a weekly. This is the futures, but we just got another HSI counter trend move. What was that, 3 weeks ago? Right here. That's again another big reason why we're seeing the push back into the zone. So we're back at XA level 53.28. Yes, that's important for now, but it's kind of a pause scenario. I think you're going to have to, you turn back up. If it's not this week, it's next week, where once that starts to happen, then the immediate move is hop level of 58.16 off of that pattern. You are retesting that terminal bar, that XA level for now. Okay, but I'm not that concerned about it. There's the daily dot. All right, right there on S&P futures. I would say, go back, retest 53. What's that? 53.23. That's the XA level too. So we just put that in yesterday, but just another pause until those weeklies register. Maybe we're like this, or even I'd say, let's look at this in a day or two, come back on Tuesday and see what's the net effect of the dot. Is it a pause? Is it like a 3-4 day pause and then we go higher? Or is it more like, down for a week or 10 days, then back up and we're higher 30 days later? I think it's probably more like you're higher 30 days later kind of a thing. But all of this still points to where the 1618 all-time, not just the auto-generated pattern, but the SPY targets are still higher. SPY targets like this, the 1618, complements that other crab. It could be another crab pattern into itself. Target remains. It's call it 5600. 5600 for sure. Yeah, the Dow. Sure, the Dow's. We're just kind of bumping the 40K level. The Dow's the same deal. In fact, the Dow's probably been smoother, the smoothest of all the big indices. There you go. What's that? So a weekly HSI. Okay, there's a deep crab right there. 39.7. Notice, here's the thing that people ask me about all the time on the software. Why wouldn't it grab from here? Why is it grabbing from here? Because the B point with the A to B to C to D, there's a lot of measurements that fit better for that scenario, but I would still be looking at the overall 1618. I think just like the rest of them, that's a little bit higher. It's like that, 42K. And I'm still fine on that. I do think the higher targets, okay, up at the hop levels, the 1618, that's what we should be looking for this year. I'm not looking for this move to end until we hit these in an ideal fashion. And so I think, 40K on the Dow is going to be the same as 5,000 on the S&P. It's going to be nothing. It'll be just a round number that you'll bounce a couple of times. And you'll maybe grind through it for a few weeks, and then you'll push higher. All right, and at the last HSI too. I mean, you're here with a bullish HSI on the weekly. Okay, that's yet another reason why this is going to take more time. I mentioned this. I mentioned some Dow stocks last time, and you've got some of the biggest ones in the world. Like, there's Walmart, folks. Weekly, all-time new highs. And check this out. Deep crab. Now, You might be saying, all right, well, with everything there, why are you bullish on this market? It's a big bearish crab. Well, there's T1. There's the confirmation. So then we're looking the next week as really the first area to be looking at that confirmed signal, and it blows through. I mean, it just blows right through. It literally, the week before earnings was where it retested the most critical number the first time. And so even this, I'm saying you're 64.89. There's not a lot to go, but it's still up until you hit the hop level at 66.39. Also, there's no confirmation here. So you just assume this is continuing. And that would be said for crypto and the rest of them. That's a big deal with Walmart. I mean, that's strong. Walmart's impressive. Then something like Procter Gamble, it's another one here where you have real boring old economy, just sitting at all-time new highs. That's it. Continuing all-time new highs, or even do better, one better than that. Something like J&J. Isn't there a big pattern? Yeah, there's a big pattern down here. I thought so. This could be another shot on J&J right back at 144. Not bad. Yeah, we can look at Adobe. Adobe like this. Adobe is the same as a lot of these. Adobe for us, we were looking at that at 480. It's now 452. What was that, earnings coming in? You're 452. Let me see, when's earnings? 2 weeks. Yeah, I still like it. I mean, right at 480, fine. 452 looks like crap, but I still like it. Still like it. Nothing changes on that little overrun. That's kind of like this. It's kind of like Autodesk is another one. Right down here. Bat pattern. Looking at that at 208. A couple other patterns here, 218. Some other, wasn't there a weekly here? There's something in the weekly. Oh, it's a butterfly in the weekly. This is what Autodesk is. So there it is, 214, the hop level. We're checking back. You're 2 weeks away from a dot. But a lot of these are looking like that after a huge run. And again, I think these are the spots to look for this. Cadence design. And that's an amazing trend. Look at this. There's a shark here. Where'd you go, shark? Is that turned off? Hold on. Something's up with this. I gotta change. Let me change my layout. Here's Cadence. I'll give you one more to look at as well. That's Lululemon. There you go. Hold on. CDNS. Come on. 289 currently. This is the shark I was talking about. All right, look for a retest. You're 289, it becomes back to 279, even better. But that's the kind of pattern after these long extended retracements you should be looking for. Here's Lululemon. Just made a low. Okay, just put in a massive low. And in fact, you had a HSI check back, all of that at 290. Check out this 4-hour pattern. Come on. Right off the hop level. So Lululemon's been trending forever, got cut in half. Now we start looking. A lot of these that have set up like this. That was what, 515? There you go. 290, 300, 306. And here we are. Here's some history, just so you know. Okay, there's a prior shark back here. I think the weekly might even be better looking at it like this. You know, monster long-term uptrend. Monster. And now you get it 50% off at obvious support, which all that support going back 5 years is right at 280. So that's worth another shot. And there are a bunch of these that have just absolutely been fantastic for the last 10, 15 years, now giving you another opportunity. Even if it's a range-bound move, it very well could be like where you were back in February 22. Yeah, get those hot yoga pants. They're hot. They are hot. Nice clothes. I mean, I don't wear it personally. I mean, they're a little too shiny for me, but you know, I'm okay with it. One or two more. So really quick, let's look at the 2-year yields. Everyone's worried about interest rates. 2-year yield. Take a look. What's going on with the yields? You're back at 490. What's going on? How can that be? How can we be back at 490 already? Okay, we basically flushed it down to that 460 level. And you are looking for this thing to roll over. And I mean now, you up to that high, and here we are right back at the 886. Remember what I was saying, if you're going to retest any inflection, you better be targeting that 886, and that's like this. 886 is like there, right at 5. So that's your line in the sand, folks. If you're worried about the market doing ugly things or something changes, okay, let's talk when it's above 505 or 510. I'm not there. I don't really think the influence is it's gonna be negligible, even if they took it higher. What you're looking for actually is rates to roll over, and then that sends the market straight up in the air. That's at least maybe straight up to those 1618 targets. That's what you're looking for this summer. So it's here. Okay, and on the 2-year, check out what's going on the daily. HSI is triggering today. So here we are at another important inflection that we want to seriously consider, because you want Bitcoin to move, get this thing to drop. I mean, get this thing not 460, but get it down to 440. If we can get this to roll over and you get under 470, under 460, then it would be all clear. But this is a big deal today. It'll be official in what? In 2 hours, 30 minutes. But if you want cause to see this market really rocket, like I think it is setting up to, okay, we're looking for this to turn around now and resume the uptrend that started from the April low, you get stuff like this to happen. All right, so the pieces are coming together. The monthly closes are coming into picture. We'll have big monthly closes on Friday. I mean, look at the rates. Look at the rate chart. Okay, the rate chart, monthly closes. Obviously, 5% is bunching up right at that 5%. You got to go back. I mean, these are the highs for the century. Think of it like that. Last time we were back there was 2006. But you are trying to see this thing pivot, roll over, and definitely stop going up. And we'll catch that I think, in the next week, 2 weeks as we get into June. Whatever happens here is, I think, dramatic. Would be great cause, okay, for the market to get a fire lit under it. Let's look for that to roll over. Again, get under 4.7, 4.6. That's what needs to happen. If that happens, yeah, the market will open up. Okay? We'll talk more about this on Tuesday. I want to just leave you with this. All right, I'm still of the opinion that all of our 1618 targets are not only valid, but happening, and they're going to happen, I think, sooner than even January. I'm looking for launch pads like this. If it's crypto, if it's the QQQ, and I think the QQQ is probably sufficient enough where you could throw darts at this almost on any day, and you'll be fine 6 months from now, 10 months from now. I'm looking for what's that next level, just in the same way that 424 on the Qs back in April was a huge level. 452 right now, huge level. If this is going to be a launch pad that takes us into June, which is what I'm thinking, it's here. So let's come back and we will look at that further on Tuesday. Don't forget, okay, June 21, big crypto webinar, next installment. If you want to catch those prior sessions, I'm going to post them in the Discord for everyone. And you have any other questions, send me a note at harmonictrader@gmail.com and get the 2-week free trial to the Harmonic Pattern Collection for TradingView. Send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. And finally, for those that hung on, I'm going to give the next 2 people a signed copy of The Harmonic Trader for those that type in Harmonic Trader. Next 2 people. And what you need to do is get over in the Discord and send me a note with your mail information. Okay? Get that, or email it to me. Harmonic Trader, free book. Okay, J Darts, you got it. You win. You got to email me, harmonictrader@gmail.com. Please do. One more? Anyone else? Mezzo, I think you already won, man. But Mezzo, no problem. Pocket Miner. Mezzo, send me a note, all right? I'm going to check you out. But Pocket Miner, I'll give you a book too, all right? You got to send me a note over here on the Discord, folks. Okay, get over here on the Discord. Send me a note, okay? Click go here, and then click on my mug right there, and send me a note, okay? Everyone else, you want to get over here on the Discord. The link is on the basic member page, or send me a note, harmonictrader@gmail.com. Hope you guys can join us. Everybody that won a book or you win anything, you guys also have access to that June 21 presentation, all right? Any questions, you know where to get me. Let's go, folks. Have a great one. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on Tuesday.